Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got some great news out of Greenville, where Cap Trust employees delivered truckloads of special gift boxes to the patients at the James Connie Maynard Children's Hospital at ECU Health. They delivered 160 big green boxes to cheer up those patients. Now, CEO Gary Perisher said, quote, being able to add to this hospital to the list of over 150 that we deliver is very important, end quote. Now, Cheeriodicals care boxes were packed by Cap Trust employees and consist of age-appropriate toys and crafts to be delivered to mothers with infants, 3-plus-year-old children, and tween teens in the hospital. These boxes contain stuffed animals, puzzles, fidgets, and many more items. As you can see here, left some pretty big smiles. Cap Trust CEO Fielding Miller said, quote, they can, for a moment, go back to just the pure joy of being a child and not focus on all the things going on in a hospital, end quote. Now, Cap Trust is pleased to partner with Cheeriodicals to bring joy to mothers with newborn infants and other pediatric inpatients at Maynard's Children's. Approximately 100 of their Raleigh-based employees are packing up the Cheer Up care packages. Big smiles there. Love seeing, again, those types of good news stories. Always brings a smile to my face, too. Now, we do, of course, have some news that's not bringing the smiles to faces of people aboard a cruise ship as norovirus broke out. NBC's Marissa Parra has more.
Yeah, norovirus, otherwise known as the stomach flu, no matter what you call it, not a pleasant way to spend your vacation. Now, the cruise ship docked early this morning, and we were there as passengers started to disembark, sharing their stories of the outbreak they either heard about or experienced themselves. This, as the CDC says, illnesses like this on cruise ships like this are happening more often.
If somebody has a highly contagious virus, it's much easier for it to spread. It's the kind of situation that makes managing contagious diseases very challenging.
Now, while there's no travel restrictions for anyone feeling symptoms, the experts in the CDC advise anyone who is feeling symptoms to self-quarantine, because not only are you sparing yourself the miserable experience of traveling while sick, you're also sparing your fellow travelers.
And again, that was Marissa Parra reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast, and while some of us, may want to travel to someplace a little bit lighter winds, right now the rest of eastern North Carolina, most of the east I should say, is actually enjoying some pretty comfortable conditions. We've got relatively low humidity, not a ton of cloud cover, and the clouds that we do have are fair weather clouds. They're not bringing about any sort of raindrops to eastern North Carolina and not really helping push forward any sort of dreariness. These are just your fair weather clouds that Bob Ross always used to paint on his pictures. They're the happy clouds. Now, as far as what we've got rain-wise, we will be talking about an incoming cold front that will impact us coming up next week. Nothing for your Friday, Saturday, and most of Sunday. We may have a few coastal showers try to skirt by the Outer Banks over Sunday and potentially even Monday and Tuesday of next week. But for now, the weekend looking mostly dry across the area. 75 degrees in Washington, northeasterly wind 14 miles an hour, helping push that dew point down into the 40s. Upper 40 dew points right now in Washington and Greenville. Dew points a little bit higher, but not by a whole lot. 50-degree dew points right now at Pitt Greenville Airport. Northeasterly wind 16 miles an hour. Air temp at 77. Currently feels like 78. Now, air temps across the east today expected to again stay relatively mild and certainly below our seasonal average. Normal this time of year is right around the low to mid 80s, more so low 80s, but 81 to about 84 degrees is where we normally expect to find ourselves at this time of the day. So certainly cooler than average right now compared to where we were yesterday. We're pretty much on par with our air temperatures. As far as winds go, though, this is where things start to get a little bit breezy, a little bit gusty, and a little bit more active. Right now, winds 7 to 15 miles an hour across many inland areas, get stronger, noticeably stronger along the coast. We're looking anywhere between around 10 up to 25 mile an hour sustained winds. Gusts certainly getting higher than that. We've got consistent gusts upwards around 30 miles an hour from Hatteras all the way down towards Beaufort. Piney Island, 30 mile an hour gusts, 29 in Beaufort, 30 in Hatteras, 25 in Englehart, 24 in Manteo. It is windy and breezy throughout eastern North Carolina, even Rocky Mount right now seeing a 23 mile an hour gust. But later on this evening, wind speeds will start to relax a bit. Overnight lows dropping down again into the mid to possibly low 50s. We had a few areas actually wake up in the upper 40s earlier this morning, but we'll be back in the low 70s as we head towards lunchtime. 69 degrees by 11, 73 by noon. And into the afternoon we go, mid to upper 70s expected. Anywhere between 76 to about 78 degrees is where we are projecting tomorrow afternoon to be. And under mostly sunny skies, I don't think we're going to be hearing too many complaints about that. Now here's a look at your full 8-day forecast. You will note that as we head into the upcoming weekend, we continue to see those temperatures slowly climb. 76 degrees tomorrow, 77, up to 78 on Saturday, 80 on Sunday, 81 on Monday, 84 on Tuesday. So it's going to be a nice slow increase in your air temperatures, but with that increase comes an eventual cold front. That cold front will be with us coming up late Wednesday evening into Wednesday night, knocking air temperatures down about 10 degrees from Wednesday into Thursday. Right now, it's 9-degree drop, but regardless of the exact air temperature fall from Wednesday to Thursday, the point is that it will be a noticeable drop, a drop that will be large enough to create that thunderstorm threat and potentially possibly even bring us some strong to maybe even severe storms. Still a little bit too early to make that call, as again models have been a little bit more inconsistent over the summer months, but we'll see again how that system progresses as we head through the upcoming weekend. Certainly nothing you need to worry about too much right now, but at least want to first alert you to it, kind of put it on your radar that Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, certainly going to be ones where you might want to be inside, not out and about running around with thunderstorms booming around eastern North Carolina. Well, that's all we have time for today's 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day.